Oh my god, I keep triggering the thing on accident. Yeah, okay. No, that's enough of me. Hey there, and welcome back to Five Nights at Scarlet Devil, where we're pretty much going to be doing 6th night extras and possibly custom night, depending on how this 6th night goes. I am a little worried, considering how long it took me to do night 5. So, let's see what we got. Okay. I'm hoping nothing is new. I mean, they would have probably told me if that were the case. My biggest worry is generally going to be, I guess, power management, really. Oh, wait, they didn't have the warning sign there now. Yeah, they're moving. Oh god. They're moving a lot more quicker than I can keep up with. I think now we have to go. Did I not click it? Given the speed of how they're moving right now, I think it might be best to go for a FNAF max difficulty gameplay loop where you check the doors, go on camera, and then rinse and repeat. This might be the safest way, because I'm just not, like, trying to rely on them staying in the same camera for enough time is not really cutting it. Or at least I don't think it's gonna cut it. They are moving pretty quickly. Okay, well. Oh, I mean, I couldn't even do anything there. The bloody. I mean, I shut the door. I was gonna go on camera, but I got cut off by the shadow, so that was pretty much doomed. You know, actually, thinking about it, I think what I could do is have my cameras set to camera 6, or whatever camera is for the portrait. No, camera 3. And so, or like this, right? I'll leave it on camera 3, do this, do this. And then, that way, when I pull up the camera to deal with the portrait, it'll already be on that camera. I think that is probably going to be my most effective way of doing this mechanic. Bam, see? Look at that. That was perfect. Now the question is whether... No, don't do that. Whether power drain will be able to keep up. Considering I'm not on camera for a long period of time, I'd like to think it'll do well. Now this part is where things can get tricky. Now there's where things can get tricky, because obviously I need to be careful of how long I keep the door closed. Okay. I wasted my chance there. Oh my god. I managed to do it again, but... See, like of course that time, right when I changed the routine there, that's why I got caught. Of course they showed up as soon as they changed the routine. I didn't have to, like, rush that one either, because I just, like, okay, I know they're not at the door. I could just go back to camera 3. Oh my god. I have the right idea there, but I can't take the risk of checking the door. I wish they had a sound cue to let you know when they leave instead of having to search the cameras, just because it can take a lot longer, especially if you don't find them really easily. The only real sound cue I could rely on is if I hear her in the kitchen, because if I hear her in the kitchen, I know she's not at the door, but that's already a gamble, because how long until they get to the kitchen, right? If they take ages, or if they just decide to skip the kitchen entirely, that plan's a no-go. I really do have to, like, search each camera, unfortunately. Or at least search the ones that I know she'll show up in most likely. I got startled because the cameras started fizzling when she was there. I thought she was gonna attack my left door. Oh my god, I almost forgot to shut the door. Okay. She keeps going back to the portrait, and that's just stressing me out. Because she tends to go immediately for the door whenever she's there. Like that. Wait, what? Oh my god. I was so stressed I didn't register the sound cue. Oh my god. That's actually... That, like, constant, like, repetition is so weird for me. I haven't done that kind of, like, repetitive movement for one of these games in... I don't even know if I've ever done that since the original FNAF Custom Night. That is so... It feels so weird. Like, it's like training my arm to do, like, that same monotonous movement. It is so weird. Oh, man, and I managed to keep going till 3 a.m. Oh, boy. I mean, let's just make it clear. If I can't get through night 6, I'm probably not making it through Custom Night. Oh my god. Again. Okay. Come on. Oh, when it goes dark like that. I still keep the rhythm just so I can at least trigger. That's so... Come on. That's so unfair. Still, 3 AM again, what a shame. And power-wise, even though we had some, like, you know, double closed door moments and just, like, holding doors closed for a while, we were doing fine on power. I don't know what happens when you reach 0% power. Is it like Five Nights at Freddy's where the time will continue and you have to, like, hope that they, you know, take their sweet time? If that's what it is, then we could have easily stood a chance there. But if not, then, man, this is gonna be rough already with the power as it is. I was about to say, I was gonna get pissed if I somehow let myself sell that. All because I pressed the wrong buttons or something. Like... Jesus. I don't know why I checked the left. Left is fine. AM 40%, really good. If I could just get some kitchen sounds. Some kitchen sounds would be great right about now. Okay. Alright, this is actually dangerous because... Okay. You see what I mean? Like, I almost missed that. Okay, we made it. Oh my god. That was... Oh, gee, my arm actually hurts doing that. I think... Honestly, I probably would have to blame my arm posture for that one. Flandre started to like you because you kept playing with her. Congratulations. I think you've made a new friend. I think. Well, isn't that nice? Oh my god. I honestly, I was like doubting I would even make it through that. I was doubting it. But there we have our 2 stars. Oh, I shudder to think custom night. I shudder to think about it. So now we have 3 things here. Marissa Adventure, The Lore Before the Incident, and Custom Night. I want to see what Marissa Adventure is. What is this like? Start next wave? Okay, how do I shoot? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, this is actually much more relaxing now. Oh god, no. Stay away from me, ghost girl. Stay the hell away from me. So quick. Yep, get all of them. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oh, there's a lot. Come on. Where are my power-ups or something? Could definitely use those. Oh, there's so many of them. I'm missing them. Oh, come on. Wait, so do I get... Okay, so yeah, you do get... If you make contact... Oh, I didn't even realize you were right there. I'm like looking around like, where are they? The thing is, there's like so many like effects here. I can barely... Aw. Okay, we're gonna leave it there for now. I don't even know if you get anything out of that, or how far you can go. Now, the lore before the incident has me somewhat intrigued. 5 nights at Scarlet Devil before the incident. Oh, wait a minute. It's this music? From Higurashi. I'm so familiar with this bloody soundtrack. Jesus. Okay, if they're gonna play me this sad ass soundtrack, great. I'm sure I'm gonna love what's gonna happen here. Flandre, are you awake? Did something happen? Oh no, everything's fine. I just need to talk to you. So that's Remilia or Renilia and Flandre. The girl in the back there, I am not familiar with her character. I wanted to let you know that I'll need to travel with Patchouli. I'll be away for a while. Oh, that's sudden. Where are you going? Nowhere special. I need to take care of some unfinished business. She's going to get suspicious like this. I hope you understand that Sakuya will take good care of you. But you're not going to tell me where you're going? Are you hiding secrets from me? It's not exactly that, but it doesn't make sense to go into this with you right now. You've never hidden anything from me. This is strange. That's enough, Flandre. I need to go. How long will you be gone? I don't know yet. Maybe 4 days? If Flandre knew. You'll be fine. I'll explain everything when I get back, okay? So then she goes on and leaves. Sakuya, as you agreed earlier, I just wanted to remind you that I'm leaving on a trip today. So this is the maid out on the balcony. Right, I remember. By the way, what about Mei Ling, Koakuma, and the fairy maids? They're not coming with me. Only Patchouli is. The others are on vacation. The mansion doesn't seem very safe with so many people gone. It'll be fine, Sakuya. You're all I need to keep this mansion safe and clean. Remilia, is what we're about to do really necessary? Yes. He disrespected our family. I don't care if they consider him a god. I will kill him. And in return, I will gain his soul and his powers. But if you lose, he will take the souls of everyone in this mansion. I can't imagine what will become of us if that happens. We'll probably be nothing more than empty shells, cursed by evil. That won't happen, Patchouli. I'll show him the true power of the Scarlet Devil. I promise. 2 weeks later. Flandre, are you hungry? Hungry? Oh yes, maybe I am. You don't look very well. I'm really not. Why? Well, Remilia said she'd be back in 4 days. It's been 2 weeks. She hasn't contacted me, and she never told me where she was going. She also seemed more distant before she left. So, thinking about that, do you know anything, Sakuya? I really don't know anything, but I agree with you. She did seem different. You're lying to me, aren't you? I know you know something. I overheard a conversation about her meeting someone powerful. Apparently, it seems that Remilia is going to fight him. What? What does that mean? And why? Hey, looks like I've come a long way. Oh, it's her, from the girl on the right. A mansion. Wow, I wonder if they'd let me in for a bit. Knock, knock. Wait here, Flandre. I'll be right back to talk to you. Who could it be at this hour? Remilia? Hi. Hello, can I help you? My name's Koishi. Can I use your bathroom? I really shouldn't let just any stranger in. Please, ma'am. I'm not dangerous. You can keep an eye on me if you want. Okay, but be quick. Follow me. I don't even need to use the bathroom. But this mansion is so nice and cozy. I don't feel well. What is this feeling? Sister, are you really doing something and didn't tell me? Are you okay? Flandra. Sister! Can you hear me? I'm sorry. I failed. I failed all of you. I did something terrible. And because of that, I'm going to lose you. But I promise this isn't the end. I will bring you back. So she died. What? Sister. Hey, why did you stop walking? Ma'am? And she was the first victim. Ah! Wow. So, I wonder if whoever the sister goes on to fight, I wonder if that's related to the actual game that this is based off, right? You know, the Toho game, I think it was called. The video game series is referred to as Toho Project. I wonder if that's like in reference to what happens in those games. So looking into this character, she's actually an antagonist in one of the games, I think. So in general, I don't know how this would tie, like, what would you say, like, I mean, in general, right, I don't even know if it makes sense to retie this to, like, the actual, like, games this is based off of, but I guess the general idea is that whoever Rumelia went to go fight, obviously she failed to kill them, and as a result, everyone that was a part of her household got cursed. And that's how we eventually came along after this girl, Koishi. She first arrived, and she ended up being a victim, and so we kind of were in a similar position. Now, as for custom nights, I already don't... Even just look at the... Hell, even just looking at the jump scare screens, I think in general, Flanders is just... I think just completely knocks it out of the park. Look how, like, wow. Koishi's makes sense because she's not really, even though she's cursed, she's not, it's not like for the same reasons, right? Obviously she was a victim. That's probably the face she made before she died, honestly. Now, I don't know what these are for. Like, what happens if I activate these? Like, are they just like office decorations or what? Meanwhile, now we know this is Flandra's shadow. Try to see what does the... Well, now we know. Now, in general, I don't even know. Oh god. We're gonna try and see if we can beat this. Because, I'm not gonna lie, Night 6, even though I didn't even try it that much... Oh no. Wait, it's that often? This is actually really hyperactive. These nights are... That's criminal. Doing it that often? And I'm already... Oh no. I don't think I'm beating this. I don't think it's happening. I did not mean to do that. We'll keep trying a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna make another video on this though. Night 6 took so much out of me as it is. And already seeing how much more active Renalia is on max difficulty, that's honestly kind of scary. The one character I never got to see was Sakuya. I don't know. I guess we'll see how her character works if you don't watch her. I'm gonna shut the door and see if I get jump scared. In fact, we'll shut both doors just to, you know, clear everything. Will she jump scare you eventually? Oh, she left. Oh. So she literally works. So it really is like Foxy. So you don't even have to, okay, so I don't even have to be that dramatic over watching her. But wait, I want to see, I didn't pay attention to whether her banging on the door drains a significant amount of power. I mean, it's already 80%, so I feel like it will. But I'm also curious to see if she goes after a specific door. Oh, that is a lot. Okay, now I know why you can delay her so strongly. Alright, lunatic mode, here we come. Will I actually beat this? I doubt it. I doubt it. I had a lot of trouble keeping up with Night 6, and this is just even worse. Renalia is already way more active. The Shadow's way more active. I mean, and now that I know how Sakuya works, she's gonna be extra dangerous. I guess we can always see how far I get, but I'm not betting too much. Wait, what? The music, wait, what the hell? What kind of weird delay was that? Oh, that was the sound for, why did I confuse the sound for the, oh my god. I mean, the one good thing is that they tend to leave the doors super quickly, but... Oh, but that also just means they can come back just as quick. That is not what I meant to do. Or, that is not what I should have done. Oh my god, can I please? Oh no. Shoot, I'm letting her run free already. Yeah, I'm pretty much assuming. I'm assuming that they leave almost immediately. Oh my god, I keep triggering the thing on accident. Yeah, okay. No, that's enough of me. The fan, like, I'm gonna have to run into that so many times, I can already feel it. Like, having it show up, like, the other bad part about it is that it'll show up when you have the camera up and force it down. So if you're, like, literally, if she shows up first, right? Remilia shows up first, and you go to deal with it, but then get interrupted by the shadow, you're done. It's pretty much over. But that's going to conclude our time here with 5 nights at Scarlet Devil. Completely unexpected. Again, I didn't even have this game anywhere near my radar. I just randomly found a video on it. I saw the thumbnail of her jump scare, right? There's no way, Flandra's jump scare. And I was like, okay, already that piqued my interest. Like, the design is already so cool. And it made me think a bit of Higurashi. I mean, you know, they also had the Higurashi music in the lore segment, but it made me think a little bit of the Higurashi stuff. Obviously, with Higurashi, it's a bit more, it's not as monstrous as this looks. It's more subtle and creepy, I would say, like from a subtle point of view. But in general, that's like the vibe that I got. So it's like, okay, you know what? I like seeing stuff like this. So let's give it a shot. And honestly, it was pretty cool. Obviously, we got to see the lore at the very end about why these girls are like this, right? The girls at the mansion got cursed. One of those girls being a visitor, unplanned visitor, who unfortunately fell victim to the curse after they pretty much turned all of a sudden. And then came us, who was we were either a runaway or homeless child, came here to seek refuge after they offered to help us, only to find out that they were going to try and kill us. And we had to survive 5 nights in order to, you know, get what we needed and everything. And at the end of those 5 nights, we never realized, wait a minute, I didn't eat for 5 days straight. Obviously, yeah, you can survive if you're, you know, eating without 5 days. But a child, especially since they're a runaway and everything, they might have not been eating for a while already. Yeah. By the time, you know, Flandra made that clear, it's like, are you sure you're not hungry? You know, you never ate. And then we were just like, oh, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Go back to the room. We were dead already. Our corpse was there. We were just a spirit. At the time, I didn't realize that the cutscene where you see Flandre kind of like trying to talk to you and you don't respond, I didn't realize that was actually supposed to hint that you were dead. Because then she was like saying, why are you so quiet? And then she's like, oh. And then obviously right after that, night 4, I believe, she says, you've changed. And I was wondering, like, what are they talking about? And it didn't even click to me at the time when they revealed that we had died. I didn't realize that's what she was referencing to. We died before night 4, basically. Probably succumbed to hunger, depending on how long we were going without eating. And just overall, probably the psychological conditions played a factor. But that was some nice, I guess, foreshadowing or like subtle hints at our fate. And then, of course, it goes without saying, the character designs look really nice. Obviously, we know that these characters are obviously originally by Toho. I guess these, you know, the design choices for these incarnations of the characters are really nicely done. Really monstrous, obviously. My favorite, by far, definitely Flandre. Just look at that. Honestly, I feel like this is just the one that has the most flair to it, I would say, out of all of them. Obviously, Koichi just looks like they've been devastated. Sakuya obviously looking evil, but again, Flandre, I think, with the detail of the teeth and everything, just honestly probably sticks out the most to me. Obviously, in terms of gameplay mechanics, as I mentioned, it is somewhat similar to like the FNAF gameplay loop of, you know, checking the doors, closing doors and whatnot. Sakuya is pretty much like the Foxy mechanics. Remilia is obviously a bit different because Remilia, you have to click on her portrait whenever you start getting that sound cue. And then the shadow of Flandre is pretty much, you know, closing your eyes, but while Flandre's shadow is active, you can't pull up cameras. So it makes that part of the gameplay a little tricky, especially with how quick you have to be to get Remilia. You have to be pretty quick. My only issue, of course, criticism-wise, is that Flandre and Remilia, or Flandre's Shadow and Remilia, can attack at the same time, which, you know, given you need quick reaction time to deal with Remilia in the first place, is pretty unfair. Especially if Remilia appears first, you go on camera and you get knocked off camera by the Shadow right at that moment. That's just pure bad luck and not a big fan of it. But besides that, pretty fun, pretty intense. Nights 3 and 4, it was very weird because they were, I don't know, maybe I just got really, really, really lucky to the point where they just barely attacked. Or hell, like, it's like they only attacked once, if not at all, from one of the nights. Like, they just kept going back and forth. And I don't know, it's just like they were so passive for some reason. And then night 5 came in like a truck and just completely shook me. Obviously, night 6 we had some experience with night 5 already, so it wasn't as bad of a difficulty increase. Night 5 was just rough. But obviously, you know, I'm glad that, you know, that part has kind of been fixed with night 5, you know, like the fact that they actually do attack. Besides that, I guess one thing that would have been nice to see is if there was some more aesthetic changes to the gameplay loop in terms of like the UI with power, the doors being just like the FNAF doors. Like, I wish stuff like that was, I guess, molded a bit more to fit our environment in the mansion. Also, just the whole idea of being in a mansion is also kind of cool. But again, I wish from a gameplay standpoint, that aesthetic was more in line with the doors, the UI, and everything else, pretty much. Or, well, that's pretty much the main gist, I would say. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, let me know what you enjoyed from the video, and what you want to see from me. Great job to Tatsuo Dev, the game will be in the description below, and great job as well to anyone else that was a part of the game. Again, really fun, really cool designs, and overall, it was sad. Learning about that at the end was like, damn, man. Especially, like, our character, like, you know, we were a child, and we did not make it out of there. No happy endings for anyone. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.